Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with my Vegas video. I have tried to do this video several times, so hopefully this will be the last time, and I had to do it in my car because I have to grab my baby. But anyway, so I just have some tips or things, or just kind of give you some ins and outs of what we found when traveling to Vegas that I thought would be helpful to everyone. So the first thing is, you want to decide kind of like what time of year you want to travel. Depending on what area of the states you're coming from, I guess depends on when you want to travel. For us, because we're coming from the Midwest and we're coming from a more colder state, we typically try to travel when it's cooler here and still reasonably, reasonable weather there. We don't want it to be super scorching hot because none of us can handle that. So we typically try to travel in the fall, so like October, November. We did travel one time in February, and that was fine as well. One thing with us traveling in February or the winter months, one thing about traveling in the winter months for us, depending on if we have someone who can like shovel our snow and things like that, that kind of, hinders us, because sometimes we get massive snow in the winter months, and then we get tickets if you don't, clear your sidewalks. So we typically try not to travel during the winter months. Okay, moving on, we also try to set a budget. I typically set a food budget, a spending budget, attraction budget, as well as I do my best to try to I like to come under budget when looking for airfare, hotel. We try to purchase our tickets and things in bundles, so get the hotel airfare together. It seems to be cheaper that way, but I know the last 2 times we went, we had to purchase separately, so that's something to keep in mind as well. The first time Bossman and I went out to Vegas, I think we spent like less than $700, and that was great, and that was hotel and airfare. And we end up, I'm trying to think, who do we fly with? We flew with Frontier, so I don't know if they're still around, but anyway, that's what we flew with. Spirit has a better bang for your buck as far as getting to Vegas. Sometimes you can find Vegas tickets for like $20, $25, depending on when you buy the tickets. Sometimes if you buy tickets last minute, you can get deals with Spirit. I'm not one to, gamble like that, so I typically buy my tickets well in advance. So that's something to, keep in mind. Also, with Spirit, I'll say, Spirit is basically a basic airlines, meaning you pay for everything. You pay for check luggage, you pay for carry-on luggage, you pay for snacks, you pay for your seat if you want to choose a specific seat or more room on the airplane. So you have to be strategic in what you want on the flight. So that's one little tip about Spirit. Also, as far as packing for them, if you go for limited days, short stays, you can pack your stuff in a backpack, and you don't have to pay for paying for your luggage. So moving on, shuttles. There are some shuttles, free shuttles, that run from certain hotels to certain hotels. So like there's a shuttle from Bally's Hotel that goes all the way to the Rio. The Rio is off the strip, across the highway. There's also a shuttle that runs between the Palms and Caesar's Palace, and the Palms is also off the strip. It's across the road from the Rio. So they say it's for hotel guests, but they do not check no passes or IDs or anything, and we rode all the shuttles and never got questioned. They're free. They work on tips, so definitely, you want to be nice, you can give them a tip. And we did, I think we tipped like $5 or something like that. Some people were throwing in 10s and 20s, and I just said, well, I'm not doing that. But anyway, so that's another thing. Also, public transportation. They have buses that run along the strip, And they also have buses that run from the Strip out to the Rio and the Palms. And you can ride the bus for pretty inexpensive as well. You can get it like a $2 bus pass. I think it's good for 2 hours or 2.5 hours. I can't remember. Or you can get a 24-hour pass. It's like $7. So depending on when you purchase your $7 pass, you can use it almost for 2 days. So that's another tip for you right there, because that definitely worked out for us. Boss man typically doesn't like to, ride the bus too much, but I love it. Saves my feet, because the blocks out there in Vegas are very long. And we did try to do that, walking from here to there, and like to lost my mind. We both had blisters. Luckily, that was the trip that Miss Peanut was not on, but still. So, moving on. Shoes. Ladies, I know you guys like your high heels. You like your, stilettos, all that stuff. Going to Vegas, unless you're going to the club and all that stuff, wear some tennis shoes, and wear a good tennis shoe. Don't be like Boss Lady and try to be cute and wear some Coach tennis shoes, and you need a Nike, you need a Reebok, something of that nature, so that your feet are comfortable, because the walk is long, and especially being out there on that sun, and when it's a lot of crowds, you're excuse me, and you're stopping and starting, and yeah, so you definitely want a good, decent shoe. Limit your days going to Vegas. Vegas is a tourist attraction, definitely. But I would say anything past 3 days is too long. We did go out there, I think it was the second time we went out there with Miss Peanut. So that must have been 2012. And we went out there for 5 days, and it was literally too long. We got on each other's nerves, I think. It was too long. So 2 to 3 days, 2.5 days, perfect. I know the last time we went, we flew out on a Wednesday night. We got there about 10:30 that night, I believe. And just in time to go to sleep, get up next day. And we had 2 full days on the Strip, and then half a day on that Saturday. We flew back about 6 or 7 that evening on Saturday. So it was enough time to do what we wanted to do, enjoy ourselves, and have a great time. So definitely limit your days. And then kids. People always ask us, why do you take Miss Peanut to Las Vegas? One is because she's our child. We can do that. The other reason is there is a lot of things to do out there for kids. And I'll go into that more when I talk about attractions. But Vegas is very family oriented. Even though, yes, it's Sin City. Yes, people, they drink and they party, and you have ladies of the night and you have the leisure men. A lot of that stuff goes on when Miss Peanut's already in the bed asleep. Myself and Boss Man, we don't do parties, we don't do clubs. So we're typically, I don't want to say we're old people, but when the clubs and things get popping, we're already back at the hotel, showered, pajamas, and sleep, because we don't walk all day. And we typically get up early out there because we're 2 hours ahead of Las Vegas here at home. And so when we wake up, if I wake up at 6 o'clock here, or 6 o'clock my time, it's 4 o'clock there. So I'm sitting putzing around in the hotel trying to get things together for the day, and we're up from 6-7 o'clock our time till it would be about 7 o'clock our time, but 5 o'clock their time. So, we're out, we're doing things, we're walking, and the more walking we do, the more tired we get. So we're never out really on the Strip at night. We only was out one time with Miss Peanut at night on the Strip, and that's because, moving into this next point, there's a place called the Fremont Experience. It's downtown Las Vegas, and it's a nice attraction. It's free, but it's just the one thing I don't like is that the people, there's some undesirables there, so you want to be careful about that. And I can answer questions about the Fremont Experience. You can just ask me in the comments below. But there are a lot of attractions out there for kids, so that's my last point. There's a lot of attractions, places to shop. There's inexpensive places to shop. There's expensive places to shop. So you want to be careful of that. Be mindful of that. The inn where Circus is, Stratosphere, and things of that nature, you can spend a lot less money there compared to, places like the Luxor, MGM, where you're spending more money because of the name of the hotel. Circus, phenomenal hotel for kids, has an indoor amusement park. They have a circus that happens pretty much every hour. Miss Pina was also involved in the circus one time we were there. They have carnival games and just different things for kids to do, and it's nice, it's inexpensive. They have a buffet there too. I haven't been to that buffet before, so not sure about that. But yes, so there's a lot of there's a lot of things to do in Vegas that's inexpensive. You can go on LasVegas.com and they will give you a list of attractions that you have to pay for and attractions that are free. We've done a mixture of both. One thing we have not done is the shows, and the reason why is because the show is the Strip for us. I like seeing people. I'm a people watcher, so I think it's great. I thought that was my last point, but that's not. Buffets. We typically eat twice a day out there, and we go to the buffets. There are buffets up and down the Strip, every single hotel. Some hotels might even have two. Great places to eat. Some that we like are at MGM, the Luxor, Flamingo, Hurrah, Planet Hollywood, Treasure Island, and the Mirage. We've been to Monte Carlo, I think just 2 or 3 times. Monte Carlo can be expensive. We also went to Bellagio. Bellagio is very expensive for breakfast, so dinner is off the chart, but very good food. Caesar's Palace, we've never eaten there because their buffet is just ridiculous in price. Like $45-$50 for one person, so we're not eating there. We typically try to find the buffets that Miss Pina can eat either for free or discount. Bally's has a very expensive buffet as well. There's 2 buffets that I don't suggest, and that is Tropicana and Excalibur. Tropicana's buffet is more like continental breakfast at buffet prices, and Excalibur, I got sick, so don't go there. But that's pretty much it, as far as Vegas is concerned. Anytime you travel, you want to get the most bang for your buck, so you definitely want to search around, search often, keep searching till you find the best deal. And that's about it. The hotel that we typically stay at, we stay off the Strip. I won't, disclose the name of our hotel, but I will say our hotel is great. Free shuttle to and from the airport, which is so nice. And we don't have resort fees either. And they've done so many upgrades. It's just phenomenal. So, I get the best bang for my buck staying at my hotel. But if you have questions, or just need to be steered in the right direction, you're thinking about going to Vegas, let me know. Hey, that's my city away from my city, because I love it out there. So just comment below, and I'll see you guys in a new video. Bye bye.